So we knew in advance that level 80 would be a thing, and the Death Knights, Shadow Knights, them would be a thing. So there'd be a load of folks with level 70 to 80 wanting to level Death Knights. So I just made and bought loads and loads and loads of good blue armor and weapons that Death Knights would use, or Shadow Knights, Death Knights, I think, and stockpiled those through the wazoo. I had three bank alts, and come the launch, sure enough, the first week, this blue armor and weapons absolutely flew off the shelves. I want to say I had 30 million, which probably now is a mere bagatelle, but back then it was like, wow, this is actually a serious amount of wedge.
That's very impressive.
Well, my Tauren warrior was a raid main tank, and also a blacksmith was one of his two professions. He was a blacksmith. What else was he? Wasn't an enchanter, a blacksmith something anyway. So it wasn't any great sweat to get this stuff. I always used to do mining and herb gathering on my as my sort of like let's just mill about as my second job sort of stuff. And so I had loads of the ingredients, and so yeah, it didn't cost me anything other than time to make all this stuff. But yeah, absolutely coined it. Problem is, there wasn't that much to buy. So when I quit Warcraft, that's just sitting in the bank there. It's nice.
If you ever go back,
all right.
Inflation, you probably just have a nice weekend.
I don't think I'll go back to Warcraft. It's changed a lot. I do, obviously, because it was a bit muscle memory. I do remember a lot of the, you'd have macro sort of mentally programmed in, so it would be right. Shield slam. Was it Rend? What was that red and white one that was Sunder? Sunder. That was it. You'd have that. What else was there? Shield slam was the real big one for threat generation. Taunt, all that obviously, but you'd have the shield slam, Rend, Sunder, whatever it was. All that. I remember doing that. Tanking Illidan. I used to tank Illidan was my piece de resistance. There's an ancient YouTube video of that. The first time that my my guild did it, and I got was it sheared? Like about 10 seconds to go. No, Illidan had a debuff that slashed your health in by tons. Anyway, that's that. I'll tell you what. Let's see if I can find it just for funsies. Me too, Farron. I think it was about 2009 I stopped. El Butcher, good morning. El Butcher knows your opponent. Mbolo played on Fumble for years as Carlo Pelagatti. Ah. Yeah. And says he loves causing as much damage as possible, even to the point he'll ignore that. Oh, good. Smashing.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Awesome.
That's always fun for everyone, isn't it? It's fun for the whole family. Never mind the bull. Let's just kill everybody. Yeah.
Oh, it's a perfect defense. Excellent. Actually, put the tree there so the tree doesn't just get blocked down.
Let's see if I can find this video. I'll be amazed at. Oh, I've only found it.
That is impressive if you have found it.
I have found it. Yeah. There you go. That's me and my guild being the first horde guild on our server to take down Illidan. Go us. And guess who had the shield who looked like a corrugated iron gate with spikes banged in it. T6 armor, first bit of loot. Oh yeah. Walking around Ogrimmar with that baby. I had crowds.
I remember some of the armour used to look absolutely abysmal.
Nah, the tier 6 stuff for Tauren Warriors, you just looked like an absolute monster.
But some of it did used to look
Killjoy,
awful.
it was then. It was back in it. It's old. That was 10 years ago. More. There's probably a timestamp on it. I want to say it was about 10 years ago. Maybe more than that. But look, that's me. That's me. That's me, main tank. That's actually me. Unbelievable, Jeff. Viajero, hola amigo. How's Denmark? Butcher's watched a lot of Mbolo's games on Fumble. Is he pretty good as well, or is it just fighty? I mean, presumably, if you're watching him, he's got something about him rather than just the fighty. So, speaking of the fighty, you've got Juggernaut Break Tackle, Mighty Blow on a Tomb Guardian. That says something, doesn't it? Oh dear.
So I put 2 wrestle dodge players on the line of scrimmage against 2 non-block players, and he knocked one over and casualty the other. Not quite the result I was looking for.
This team's quite a pain in the ass, isn't it?
Yep.
Mura says I look stunning today. Really? In what respect? But thank you. It hadn't crossed my mind, Mura, but thank you very much. In Denmark, it's cloudy today. Tusfos says 75 games, terrible record, Khemri, all kill skills, and he rages in chat. Well, brilliant. What more could you want? Cripe says, so you could basically tell how good someone's armor was in WoW by how big their shoulder pads were. Well, it was the 80s Cripes, so yes, absolutely.
He's knocked over my tree and stunned it.
Image quality of the camera seems improved. Same camera. Done anything.
Viajero, no, it just was... The tree was a bit slow on the uptake.
Also, this team haven't played that many games, have they? Because you've been busy working at weekends last couple of weeks. I look less jaundiced. I'm not jaundiced at all. That's just a thing. I tell you what that is. It's because natural light's coming in from the window behind me slightly. That's where the jaundice bit comes from. I was looking at rosy cheeked last week when it was sunshine piling through the red
Wedding.
I was going to say curtain, but it's
Roses.
not a curtain. It's a blanket. Artemis says Embola called him a cheater 4 times and all of the players put together. Well, that's not very nice, is it? It's a nasty man. Natural light would make me look blue. Not Scottish, mate. What you've met me
I have.
on many occasions. What skin tone would you describe me as?
Normal? Yeah, just like a normal skin tone. Oh.
Blue like Papa Smurf.
No, just normal, like normal.
No, it's Streets asking.
Oh right, okay.
Well, sunshine's not blue, is it? It's normally described as golden, surely. Oh, T-Bow's got the same experience as Artemis. So, what you're expecting, fellas, is that Embolo is going to be quite chatty. He definitely wasn't trying to do that street. That's meant to be. That's a bit of a stretch to even. Yeah, all right. No, you would. What about that? Oh yeah, sorry, Skiro. No, fair play. No, I don't want to. I don't want to debate with you what different light does to the hues of the human skin, because you are, of course, far more expert than I in that field. Vin Diesel's arrived. Hello, gents and one lady in the corner.
Oh, have we both got a wizard? When did
No,
that
El's
happen?
here. El's here.
Did he
No,
buy?
El's here as well.
No. Did he buy a wizard? Because I was the one with about 700k of inducements. When did he get a wizard?
When
When?
it's not the stadium, so he must have scummed it.
Oh well. Well, it's because we've not talked about the Blood Bowl at all.
What Blood Bowl? Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the game at all. So
Sorry. Well, Niala's stopped tuning in these days, so nobody reminded me.
I did think someone said it was like he's got a wizard. I was like, no. They must have just meant that I've got a wizard because I have. Oh well.
Has he got a wizard?
Well, he had. He hasn't anymore.
No, I did say that. Did you Apo us still on turn 2, Andy? Says
Yes.
Killjoy. Bold. T's arrived.
It's because of who it was.
Hoi.
Because he needs to be on the field at turn 8. If he scores, he's my 1 turn, make it 1-1 at the half. I don't want to have a roll of 4+ to see whether I don't get him back to not score the 1 turn.
He's going to foul him.
Probably.
Are you fully committed to that? Use the apothecary in that circumstance?
Well, I've done it, so yeah.
No, but with hindsight, retrospectively, let's say.
Yeah.
Well, Butcho says if he knows Calo at all, and I think Butcho does. Yeah, he's going to foul roused full, isn't he? Street says, "Did you get any babes?" Andy's got a wizard, and that's it, and a bunch of loners. Did you get a bunch of loners?
Mm-hmm.
One, two. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Not the square I was looking for.
T, thank you very much indeed, and happy birthday, by the way, your 12-month anniversary. Thank you, T. Doc Mark's here. Hello, Doc Mark. Andy's elves look skinnier than usual today. Yeah, they do a bit. They've all been on that diet. You know, where you eat only cottage cheese. That one. Uh-oh. 15 months, 12 months straight. Oh, 15 months. Yes, you're right. I didn't read that properly. Do forgive me. Yes, of course. Embolo suffering from premature wizard.
Nothing wrong with that wizard, but the result didn't work.
No, Embolo's wizard, he means, I think. No, your wizard was, that was entirely reasonable. If the ball had landed
anywhere but there, it was a 3+ pickup.
No, there are other squares that would have been.
No, because that square was. Well, yeah, we're out. Good.
He's out, and we're out. Now what? Domin can help here a bit.
Yeah. So.
Hopefully.
Yeah. If he makes his dodge.
If of course he will. Of course he will. That's a very handy blitzer that Bolo's got, isn't it? Plantageneto. Sounds sort of Italian, doesn't it? Plantageneto. Yeah, he's like a 5th Tomb Guardian, but better.
That is everyone.
Plantageneto sounds French, thinks Mark. No, I think Italian. Well, it could be French. Yeah, it's the O at the end that was giving that Italian flip. If it said Plantagenet, yeah, sure, yeah. Maybe it's a hybrid. Doc Mark, I know what it is. To school, goodness me. So,
Lucky, I think, with that turn, really. In terms of the wizard was... Well, the wizard worked.
well, it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
So it might not have. So that was decent. The pick up and get away with it was not nailed on, was it? So I'd say that was okay. And everybody managed their subsequent dodges to make the screen. So yeah, happy. Yeah. The English rulers from the Low Middle Ages, the Plantagenet family, yes, indeed. Oh, thank you, Butcho. Street fancies break tackle for that blitzer. Blitzerer.
He might get there as well, you know. Look at this star player point haul he's got. 155 and 176. It's not insane to think that he'll get there.
He does a lot of the heavy lifting for this team, doesn't he? Well, he stood next to McNaughton now. Nerves of steel, though, that lad. Nerves of steel. We actually do nerves of steel, but you know what I mean. Poetically, he's got it. Now, what's he going to do? Oh, he's fallen over, look. Oh, he's got him.
Well,
Bad bounce.
yeah, not a bad bounce, that.
Not bad bounce. Not bad bounce.
I'll take that.
Well, it was a double go for it there to do that, wasn't it?
Yep.
Double, just the one. That was two.
Double. No, it was doubles.
Double.
Alright, is there anything... I think we've put tackle zone on the ball. You got guard, yes. So it's just put tackle zone on the ball and score with a movement 10 guy, I think.
Roused. Vihero says, what happened there? Mbolo did a blitz on the ball carrier and took them both down. It was with a rookie skeleton, but he'd also put a throw row with tackle next to him, which, considering where he blitzed him from, I'm guessing if it had been pushes, he'd have shoved him north and still maintained attack. Oh, no, don't do that.
Yeah, no, and declench. There we go. In.
Whew.
80% likely to work, that was. So that's a higher failure rate than you'd want, because the failure rate was the failure state was horrendous. Alright, so wizard has been blown. Not sure I like that expression. Wizard has been used.
Popped. Spent.
Yeah.
Shot the wizard bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know what, actually, we're going to try something just a little different.
Shot his bolt, as it were. That's actually that works, isn't it? Because it was a lightning bolt.
It was?
Oh, Yarlapon, as abominable war dancers go, oh, I've seen worse. This one's only strength 3 with agility 4. Didn't you have a strength 4, agility 5 one? In
Possibly.
recent memory. Hello,
Possibly.
Brindle.
3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Let's put you there then. There we go. So by splitting off and being in a diagonal, he's going to put his players in the line of scrimmage where he's put them there, and then he's going to be splitting off and only having a few players. So, right, we can be all putting the ball there.
Well, you could argue blown the lot, Yarlapon. Just for us. Gentlemen.
I like lightening his load. That's quite good.
And you've got hiccups. Coincidence?
Probably not. Oh fuck! Fuck! Oh well, we did have a tree. Now we don't. Did he roll?
6. No, hang on.
6, 6, 6, 5, 6. He's dead, Jim. Sorry, Woodhard. Sorry, man. Oh, that sucks. Oh dear. Well, he's a bit up in your grill, isn't he? The people
Poor grill.
Yeah. The Matchstick Factory, yes.
Now, Oak Furnitureland have got a sale on. Coincidence?
Oh no.
I went to Oak Furnitureland the other day. I really quite like Oak Furnitureland. Am I sort of missing the point and I'm overlooking something really obvious, like it's awful in some way that I didn't notice? But I really liked it. Well, it's not sort of bonkers expensive, and all the stuff's made out of like just bits of solid wood. You can't really fall off, can you?
Yeah.
I liked it. Oak Furnitureland. That could be our next sponsors.
Oh, he's dropped it. Oh, the ball's on the floor. We can go ball.
Oops.
So we can go, what's the expression? Balls out to try and fetch it.
Can't reach.
No, we can go and have a go.
Oh, I see what you mean. What, you split off the ball from the pack, as it were.
Yeah.
Asian guy says support your local independent shops. There aren't that many furniture shops around me that spring to mind that I thought, wow, they look like local artisans that deserve supporting. It's all a bit kind of horrible. Is the one out there that I should go to instead? Because I want to buy another bed, I think, and maybe a table, like a dining table, that kind of thing.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Got one. It's a skeleton, but still, keeps him honest, doesn't it? Well, he's broken it. It's all just a pile of broken splinters now, that, isn't it? Oh dear. Yeah, I think tea's probably what I'd got in my head. That local artisans, all well and good, but they want 700 quid for a sideboard. Balls to that. Right, Killjoy's got Ginny the Witch Elf, who's strength 5. What? Block, sidestep, and tackle. What does she get next in 3-star player points time?
Fucking promotion.
Well, she's got leap. They come with leap, don't they?
No, Witch Elf. Hang on, Witch Elf. No, they come with a dodge, a frenzy, and jump up. 1, 2, 3. 4,
So
6.
leap. Diving tackle not brilliant because you want sidestep, and diving tackle players do tend to get punched quite a bit. I'm guessing that Ginny the Witch Elf is more of a scalpel type player that she's used incisively to nip in, make a very precise cut, and then withdraw to the safety of behind everybody else. I don't know where Oak Furniture Land furniture is actually made. That's a very good point. Where is Oak Furniture Land?
Woodard, we'll get you back in, man. We'll get you back as the tree.
Right, the materials that make up the Oak Furniture Land stuff comes from USA, Europe, China, Vietnam, and India. Manufacturing facilities located in UK, Vietnam, India, and China. There we go.
So it's not. It just sells in the UK.
I don't know. They might be international for all I know. Yeah, you could get a double. Mighty Blow Killjoy, that would be the obvious one. Let's go for that. Think positive. It'll be a 6/6. Again. Oh dear, McNugget's stunned. Did you make McNugget a wood elf? He didn't. I don't imagine he wanted to be a wood elf.
He didn't want to be a lineman. So I didn't make him a lineman. As per his request. He's going the wrong way.
I don't know, Scuro. With something like furniture that's big and heavy, and I can attest from the bed I bought from Oak Furniture Land, it is big and heavy. The fact that you've got to transport the stuff halfway around the planet if you make it in China does mean that making the stuff in the UK isn't quite as financially ruinous as light but expensive things like electronic goods would be. So you'd never open a smartphone factory in Ipswich, would you? It'd be too expensive. But for something big and heavy,
He fucking made the pass as well.
oh, get off.
And the catch. And Eldril stunned himself. On the scale probability spectrum, that's quite unlikely.
Yeah, okay. Suppose. Butcho loves watching this man play. Well, to be honest, the movie's just done there. That's one of mine. I'd do that. That's straight out the Orc playbook, that is. Asian guy's off to measure a carpet. Good luck with that, mate. That sounds fun. Well, so's the furniture, to be fair, Scuro. My bed came with something like nearly 50 screws, which halfway through putting it together, I was thinking, I really wish I'd gone to B&Q and bought myself one of the electric screwdrivers or a drill with a screw bit on it. Hello, Flux Streamer. Yeah, it got quite old manually screwing in 50 screws. Flux Streamer's bed went after 50 screws.
Dear.
Unfortunately, that's not a big concern at the moment. Yeah, the wooden beds usually are assemble yourself. I mean, it's not rocket science. You've got the bed head, you've got the foot of the bed, you've got the two big main side bits, a central spine, and then a load of wooden slats. And it was the fact that this bed, the slats were, it was screw them individually one by one at both ends and the middle. That's where all the massive amount of screws came into play. Yeah, so there's that.
Oh well.
Just on how many we've got that we're going to miss. So the tree's dead, but not the end of the world. Loner Elf is chinned. Nastorius badly hurt. Wrestle Dodge Line Elf, he is quite useful for this.
Yeah, we're down.
Can you still put up a bit of an effort
We're
the
down.
rest of the game?
We're down 3, and we started with 12. So I'm playing with 9. It's not the end of the world. It's elves. We are 1 up, so that's fine. Oh yeah, if we go into the half 1-0 up, that's an absolutely massive result. I don't know if we will.
He'll be optimistic at this stage.
Yeah, I suspect so.
See, one of the mercies, of course, is with the Plantagenet fella. Yeah, okay. Passive removal, well done, Eldril. Very dangerous player, Eldril. With the last Plantagenet there holding the ball, he's not doing the blitzing, so you're not getting mighty blow tackle blitzers every turn.
No, which is nice.
What furniture company was I talking about? Oak Furniture Land, Artemis. We're buying beds, but also I'm gonna need a new dining table. Put the computer on, obviously, but dining table. What else do I need? I mean, they also do sofas and stuff. I'm toying with buying a new sofa as well, I think. But yeah, I need another new bed to the room. Yeah, I think that's probably right, Tusvos. Hitting the ball's probably not going to be a thing. It's just getting in the way of ball.
Yeah, just being in the way is probably fine.
Well, we can just leave Eldril there and he can get rid of a few more players, hopefully. These passive removals, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, the crowd is agreed. Screening is the way forwards here, absolutely.
Yep.
Butcher, come away from that big thing over there. You don't want to get involved with it. Quite right. T needs to buy a new table for his tortoise. Table for a tortoise? I've not heard that expression before, T. You know, tortoise table? Expand. That sounds interesting. Why? Why have you got a table specifically for the tortoise?
I think he's down to just interjecting for a second. I think he's down to 10. You know, because I think he had 12 and he's had a sent off one and a casualty one that didn't regen. Khemri don't like being down players. I can attest to that.
No. Forgive me, Butcho. Of course. What was I thinking? Oh no, James recommends turtle soup. Oh, that's a bit cruel. T, don't listen.
Yeah. I watched
So
someone once. They took a tortoise, and they were like, "Oh look, they swim!" And he threw it into a pond, and someone had to dive in and save it. Turns
that's
out,
turtles.
yeah, it turns out turtles are one thing. Tortoise is something completely different.
Yeah, it's like boats and cars. They're sort of superficially similar, if you're not really knowing what you're doing. But when you get them down to it, functionally very different. I mean, you wouldn't put a turtle on a table, would you?
Well, you
So
might
come on,
just to check.
you've drawn me in now, T. What's different about a tortoise table versus a regular table? Woodard's driving to Birmingham.
Commiserations, mate.
Well, pop in. What are you doing in Birmingham? But good luck. Tortoises float. No, they don't, James. They're very dense. Dense.
And we don't mean
More of
stupid.
a submarine sort of arrangement.
Yeah.
Oh, hard fact.
18
months
and
in.
thankfully Andy is still playing balanced teams in Blood Bowl. Oh wait.
I've played Wood Elves once in Champ Ladder ever. Right, where can he get to? So he's got to make a go for it. So he's got one square electrical movement, then he has to make the diagonal. So we only need to shut out those two squares, really sort of those two squares. So 2, 4, I need 6 elves. Well, that's possible, isn't it?
Ooh. Woodard's going to the NEC for a photography show.
Oh, is he?
Scaro, I'm guessing you're not going. It's probably quite a long way to come, but professionally interesting nonetheless. Woodard, you must take some pictures. Street says, Andy is in Clan League. No, I just play in Rebel G-Man. And you're not in Clan League, are you, at the moment?
No.
Oh, hello. Oh dear, that's an expensive one. Let's hope he regens. Oh, he's fine.
Yeah, it did, sadly.
Wasn't being sincere there, actually. Right, so T says it's a box with 4 legs, which is hollowed out to make a little enclosure for him. Well, it's more of a hutch then. How's that a table? Why couldn't you use a rabbit hutch instead for a tortoise? Because I'm thinking similar size, similar requirements from a living environment. Does it have to be raised up from the floor for a particular reason?
They don't like drafts.
I don't think raising it off the floor would really help with that, would it?
Maybe.
Oh, Woodard always goes to the Birmingham photography exhibition. Bit laboured that one, Paul. I'm Flux Streamer. Thanks though, fellas. Do you know what? I'm getting a bit peckish. I'm going to have a yoghurt. I've got a different sort of yoghurt today. Ow. Allow me to demonstrate.
We didn't get anyone in scoring range, unfortunately.
Check this bad boy out. This is the best Senga strawberry layered yoghurt. Morrison's. Now, I'm not sure what a Senga strawberry is. Anybody knows a lot about strawberries? I'll let you know what we make of that. What?
Oh, Emma. Oh, no. Oh, he's missing this game. Emma's been asleep. The reason that it's darker in here is because Emma's been asleep. And
Is Emma... hang on. Megatron's not in the studio anymore, is she?
So,
Or is
right.
she?
So, first of all, studio's moved from left to right. So we were in the spare room. We're back in our room again now, which is nice. And Emma was really tired. If you remember an hour ago, Emma came in and was really tired.
Didn't see her, but you did say.
Yeah. So, what then happened? Have they both got guard? They both got guard.
Is that why we've been whispering this whole time?
Um,
Oh, Aritobolist is here. Hello, bud. How's it going?
sister and blitz that.
Farron says, are those Asenga strawberries the poisonous ones? I'll let you know. Tebow says he didn't score. What a surprise. Eh. T, please do, because that's going to bother me now. I'm going to stay awake. I've just been browsing out Furnitureland's website. It's a favourite on my browser at the minute. And they didn't have tortoise table. It wasn't an option. Or would you go to pets you like for them? I mean, where would one even buy a tortoise table?
Where'd you get tortoises from? Did you just steal one out of the woods?
Eggs. When a mummy tortoise and a daddy tortoise love each other very much.
I don't think they love each other. I think they just...
How do you know?
YouTube.
No, I prefer to think that they do.
Well, you think we have wild tortoises roaming in our woodlands? Probably. Why not?
Have you ever seen a wild tortoise in the woods?
Yeah, but you've got to ask. You've got to temper that with how often do I own the woodland? And the answer is not much.
What about picnics?
Now it just sounds like a Winnie the Pooh day out. If you go down to the woods today, you're not sure what you'll find.
That's the teddy bear's picnic and nothing to do with Winnie the Pooh.
It should be.
It isn't. Well, look, you're a young family, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be going on picnics, won't you? You'll be packing your wicker basket with, what was I saying, wicker skip, tying it to the back of the Zafira for a drag round to the New Forest. Day out.
Oh dear.
With Megatron and Secret Sister.
Master System. Uh, 47 takes you to 49 if you go to casualties to score, so it's a throw.
Oh, I see what you mean, T.
Where genuinely, where do tortoises live? What's their natural habitat? I don't mean forest. What, like geographically?
I'll be honest, T. That just looks like a cupboard that you've lain on its back.
Oh no, it's pouring rain.
But I see exactly what you mean. Well, pouring rain probably advantages you, does it?
It means it's a 3-up pickup, but if I can get the ball...
Yes, so goodbye.
If I can get the pickup, it's great. If I miss the pickup, problems. Problems at mill.
Well, there's no real tortoise equivalent. You could get middle-aged, normal SAS tortoises, couldn't you? For example, that should be a thing, and they can live in the sewers fighting crime. Except they wouldn't want to fall into the water because then they'd drown. Maybe not sewers then.
Suez Canal.
So you could house a tortoise in a cupboard. Andrew, good afternoon. Just how are you today? I hope these Senga strawberries aren't poisonous because this is a very nice yogurt. It's like a Muller fruit corner, but a lot better.
That's good. Right. How likely are you to pick this up? Very. How likely are you to hand it off to Eldril?
What?
Oh.
giving the ball to Eldrill is not something that usually happens.
It's not. No, we're not going to.
So, Embolo's adventures on Fumble. Now, my perception of Fumble, I haven't really ever been involved with Fumble, but just know what it is. My perception of Fumble is that it's high quality play with a lot of folks who quite serious about the Blood Bowl. How does Embolo's style of play go down on Fumble? Is it all part of the fun, or do other coaches go, "Oh, that's very poor form"? What's your opinion on it?
Well, my understanding of it is that in Fumble you've got a lot of very good players, but like you have on Blood Bowl 2, but you've also got a lot of players who are either new or learning or not that great. So
Yeah, but wouldn't the Fumble players who are new, or potential Fumble players who are new, look at, oh, well, there's the Cyanide one now, it's shinier. So if they're new, wouldn't they go towards the Cyanide one, leaving Fumble to be, an elitist band of expert players rather than, a cross section?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Fumble's free. Good point, Farron.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, actually no. We'll wait until. I have a discussion point which we need to raise, but not until.
Hello,
we finish
Pedro
this one.
Jack. How are you?
I just need to switch you off for a second.
Bye.
You can still be heard, but you just can't be seen.
Yeah, well, that sort of thing, Noamto. Yeah, Fumble, more hardcore, serious, all that. So it's an announcement of an announcement.
Not announced anything.
Semantics. Oh, Destro's got chinned.
Oh, he's
Oh
dead.
dear. Destro's dead. Oh no. Aritobulus, we are playing scheduled today. We have got next my Rebel game. Could you hurry up a smidge?
Yep.
In fact, let me check. See if my opponent has joined us.
There you go. You're back again now.
Your tortoise doesn't look fat, T. Fine figure of a tortoise.
Are we in dead team territory? Oh no, this is fine. No dead team yet.
Quits? No, not exactly, Noamto. Stepped out for a while. It was just difficult to fit in work and schedule games and streaming and Andy's games and. So, Immortal Coil, my OCC team, are in fine fettle, but they're not currently competing. This is fine. This is fine.
Yep.
Manatias. Can't remember what that was. Manatias. It was because it sounds like.
Vanity Pass.
That's right.
There we go. What's that?
This is fine. Which is from. Who is Alexan14? I've seen a few of his emotes. What? Obviously, he's going to be one of the world's most massive streamers, and I'm just living under a rock and don't know about it. But what does Alex do?
Butcher, I always think with the Wood Elves, it's there's an unrealistic expectation to turn up in the playoffs with an 1800 Wood Elf team, and you don't even need one. What you need is one Agility 5 Wood Elf, ideally a one ternary Wood Elf, and that's it. You don't need anything else because you play on the crutch of the Wizard and the one turn, and then you win it. I would happily turn up in the playoffs if I get there with a 1200 ranked team, but with those two constituent pieces.
Right, there was so much yogurt there. I'm going to save the other half for later because I've had enough. That was very nice, though. That perfectly explains it. Or goldfish, Butcho. Hamsters, goldfish, mayflies. They all make fairly poor pets, in my opinion. Baron Fu asks Andy, are you planning to join Yakastay's Association of Blood Bowl Coaches? I think so.
That was the next thing to talk about. I've just got the link ready. So, yes, I am. But I wanted to just...
Am I?
Yes, I think you are.
Excellent. Yes, absolutely. Talking to Yakastay, and seems a very sensible chap. Yeah, that's the challenge that online chess faces, doesn't it? It's you've got to ask yourself, am I playing against somebody else's phone here, or whatever. Aristobulus is curious to know more about this mysterious association that you mentioned. It's a bit like the Illuminati, mate. Very mysterious, very powerful, but very mysterious.
That War Dancer go. He's just outranged the two tackle.
You'd think Aardvac, but then what makes me revisit the question is
It's
computing.
been 10 months since Andy fixed Adablots.
What am I talking about? Computer programming's that sophisticated now. Couldn't they take into account that and make a chess computer play in a human style, but also really, really effectively? Takari says some of the platforms have decent algorithms to recognize playing against known AIs. Yeah.
Oh.
No, but you could have a human sat there. Is my point, Pedro Jack? So a human sat there actually doing it with the bants and all that, but in their other hand they've got,
Deep Blue.
Yeah, Deep Blue app, for example. I don't know. I mean, I enjoy a game of chess from time to time. It's been a long time since I played, though. Really giving it a lot of thought. Interesting, though. suppose we'll talk about the game for a bit. Shall So, the key thing here is we've got Roused Fool tauntingly prancing around the top end there, chased down by the last Plantagenet. Yeah, but you'd think it wouldn't be on the wit of man to get, say, right, here's a flawless chess engine to engineer, make a minor error periodically and vary the amount of time it takes. You know, if you really want to, I mean, who cares, right? If it was competitive chess, mostly will be still in the big auditoriums face to face and, you know, all that. You know, Kasparov and all that. Spassky.
Gary G.
All the greats. Yeah. What? Do you say Gary G?
It's Gary K, isn't it? I don't know. Gary someone or other.
Not Gary G. We don't talk about him anymore. Not since the nastiness.
Yeah, good point. 1, 2, 3, 4.
KLZD's here. Thank you for joining us, KLZD. And I don't know if you mentioned it, but I must thank, oh my god, no way, 10 months in a row. Thank you very much for the resub, old bean. Appreciate it. Well, there's a lot of Garys out there, but Gary G, no.
I was thinking Ali G was what was going on in my head.
And you came out as Gary G.
Yeah, just got the wrong Gary.
KLZD, you just lost in the quarterfinals on PS4. Oh, hard lines, mate. Only young people now in the top 10 of chess. Because originally it was quite old chaps, wasn't it? You know, real old crusty fellas. I suppose a bit like snooker, though, that, you know, whilst not particularly exerting and you'd think experience would help, snooker players do deteriorate with age, which is... You know,
Shame.
you wouldn't have thought about. You wouldn't have thought it would, but they do. Why? What is it that finishes off snooker players when they get older?
I don't know.
I thought chess was 2 hours or 1 hour. You know, on the clock. You know, 1 hour each. Butcho says excessive drinking and smoking. Yeah, you would think old players wouldn't deteriorate, and therefore the more experience, the better they'd get to an extent. Concentration. Yeah, but darts players aren't known for being particularly youthful and in the peak of physical fitness. In fact, almost the opposite. You know, Bristow, Taylor, they weren't exactly slender. Oh, did he say cheater? He did, didn't he? What have we done?
Nothing. Literally.
Is he a bit special, or do you just think it's humorous and charming? Go on, bring us the chat up. Let's have a look. Can't read that because of the white bits over it.
Oh, okay. So it said, I said, hey there, that's a serious amount of games, and that was said like the start of the game. He then said, just randomly cheater, and I put what as in very fast.
He won't get what you're talking about.
Oh dear, Rashford's dead. Movement 10 dice now.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That is bad.
Oh well.
That's bad.
Oh well.
You see, Andy, cheaters never prosper.
No.
Dead team. No, not necessarily. An out-the-box war dancer's much the same as a not out the box war dancer by and large, isn't it? They perform the same function.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I mean, Rouseville, you've got the advantage of that little bit of extra pace. It's not a very robust position or stance that Mbolo's taken, is it? Sort of, you're cheating, I'll just kill your best player. Tricky.
Oh well.
Well, I mean, the movement tends to come into its own when it's one turn touchdown time, that it's 2 less pushes. But in regular play, movement 8's already top end, isn't it?
Yeah, it would have been fine. Oh well.
Never mind.
It's more irritating. We're just running out of players. I don't really care what happens to them. It's more, just sort of, they're just not alive.
Wonder what he was thinking when he declared cheater, though.
Oh, I don't know. Probably some whistles and bleeps went through his head or something. I don't know.
God knows. It's the fact that he's just standing around doing nothing.
Oh, I don't know. I think we're just trying to. We're just overthinking it.
You're counting squares, aren't you? All right, Baz.
Yeah.
At least you've still got the kick line, Elf. That's the main thing. You joke, but a kick line elf on a wood elf team is really helpful. Good old Marnus there, with big boots on. Kazadi asks, is you looking forward to the cross-platform cup?
Yeah.
Yes, we have an answer. Yes, he is.
Woo! The cross-platform cup. Woo! There we go. Oh no, double one. Oh well. Oh well.
Street points out that Mbolo's Tomb Guardian skills are unusual, to taking Juggernaut or break tackle. It's more aggressive. Russell Line Elf's got dodge as well, don't forget, Jack. Don't forget that. The Fumble players are joining in the cross-platform cup.
That is correct. They
Nice.
are. They are.
Nice. Philanik, hello Philanik, is speculating that Mbolo is very attached to his plus strength blitzer.
I think so.
Blitzerer. I mean, imagine he might be, but what makes you think that particularly? Team Guardians. Oh, he played against Rick the other day. Oh, fair enough, yeah. Street says he doesn't see the plus strength blitzerer. 4 squares north of the ball. Yeah, the old Street, you're being nitpicky there. We didn't say by how much plus strength, but you know that. Results-wise, it's going alright, Baz. Just lost Rouseville, the move 10 War Dancer, which is dead, which is a bit of a blow. Or, well, just one dead, because
Okay, this is going to require a little bit of dice.
we played KFO against the first in the first game today. Coincidentally enough.
We might have a problem here because of the amount of stuns.
Is Kofo last Frogman? Last Frogman, that rings a bell. Why does that sound familiar? That's yeah. That was also mentioned for Lanik, so yeah, it's been noticed. Who's last Frogman? What am I thinking of there? The last Boy Scout, last of the Mohegans, last Frogman. But no, Kofo's a tabletop #1 chap at the moment, and also plays Streamy Blood Bowl. He's very good.
Safe.
Last Frogman hands out in Blood Bowl streams.
Safe.
I don't think he's a viewer of ours. I don't remember talking to him. It does sound very familiar, though. It does sound very familiar. No, not so much that KLZD, more that he's concentrating.
You me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. What you mean? I don't think he tunes in when we're on. That's right. I remember. That's a sticky Tomb Guardian. Sticky. Right, I'm going to leave you now and queue up my game.
Mm-hmm. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that blitz right at the top corner can't get me without dodges.
Ooh. My game isn't scheduled yet. I feel that I should have contacted a Rebel admin, should I?
Why? Why is it not
Right
scheduled?
now. I don't know, my OI Rebel game. Is anybody around me with that?
Oh, I see what you mean. It is arranged. It's not created in game. Oh.
Yeah. Lol, the RPG edition. Yeah, have we got anybody on hand whose Rebel admin powers extend to sorting out my in-game opponent?
Did you give her? Pass her over here.
Oh, hello, there's a foul. Is that on to the War Dancer?
It is, yeah. He's knocked him out. Hello, little one.
Looks like he's trying to win. Oh, Megatron's here. Hello, Megatron.
Hello, little one.
Has she got pink sleeves or has she just got really pink arms?
Pink sleeves.
Ah.
She wants to see what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well.
Is Zunkbot not working? It's not telling what people's position they are on the list.
Well, it should be working.
It should be.
It's switched on, so I don't know why it's not working, but it wouldn't surprise me. It was not working properly the other day.
dear.
Oh, we need to go for it, I think, to range
But,
all these
but
players.
nobody come back and say, yes, I can help you out with the Rebel game.
Oh dear.
That could be
Put it
problematic.
in the Discord channel.
Rebel, who's around that's important? Haringzord's on. I don't need Haringzord levels of power to do this, do I? What do I need? Somebody with OI admin privileges.
Probably. Right, you can't get me. You can't get me.
Where's McNaughton? But he could do this. T, aren't you able to as well, T? Try Major Bite. I will try Major Bite.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Arnus just fell over and stunned himself. Legion, thank you very much. 14 months. Legion's is a quiet chap, aren't you, Legion?
Thank you, Legion.
Thank you very much, sir. By the way, for those of you who are watching who are interested in the strategy of this game, I think this game really does highlight
Soz.
No, because we've been talking about just stuff, but the strategy element of this game is that he lost this second half, not because of the dice rolls, but because of the tactics that he employed, which was that in the first 3 turns he didn't put me under any pressure at all to do anything with the ball. So I'm already winning, so I'm just going to sit there. And I think that's why he wrote cheater. And had he been more aggressive and put me under some pressure, he might have made me do something, and with the rain I'm not likely to want to throw it around. So he didn't do a lot. And if you also notice, when the ball was in my bottom left, my players would try to be in the top right, so I was trying to run on the diagonals, and he didn't, so to keep my team as far apart as possible. And he didn't really control the pitch properly.
Sorry, why do you think the cheater thing was
Because I think he got frustrated that we had been out positioning him in.
Oh.
That's what I think.
Not really cheating though, is it? I mean, it's a bit of a stretch.
Well, yeah, I don't agree with what he put, but yeah, I think it's
Maybe he just thinks it's hilarious. Who knows?
maybe.
Right,
Yeah,
hang on. McNaughton says, go to the channel that says help, I need an admin. Ah, right, okay. Well, thank you, Mark. Rebel, help, I need an admin. Ah, okay.
Rah, 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 rah. Six dead and injured. Wow. That's a lot of dead and injured, that, isn't it? Right, Eldra, we don't need you anymore, so you're going to the line of scrimmage. You're a rookie elf. And I want the kick player.
Right, done that.
I want the kick or the blodge. Just in case we get a perfect D. You haven't lost anyone important. I'd say the team's pretty trashed. I'd say.
Well, they weren't super developed in the first place, were they?
No.
It was only really Roustful.
This Rastful is annoying to have him dead, but oh well. The Wood Elves, they regenerate it's crazy fast. So
Sesvar says, I wonder if he's going to turn 16 foul.
yeah, probably.
Yes, we think he will. Because he would. Hello, Singe.
Hi, sir. How are you doing?
Street says, why wouldn't you turn 16, Val? The milk of human kindness and decency. That's why
How's sunny Peterborough? In fact, it's not, is it? It's not Peterborough. Although it's not far. It's the PE postcode.
Or sunny. What's Megatron looking at? Seems well into it.
Just jumping up and down. Her favourite thing to do at the moment is jump up and down.
Yeah, what's she looking at?
The game? Everything, really. She's not really focused on anything particularly.
Make Megatron a bit bigger.
Uh-huh.
Ah, you Megatron. Look, she's getting hair.
She is?
So is Ava ginger?
No, she's not ginger. It looks ginger on the camera. It's blonde. It is actually blonde. Although it's going dark quite quickly.
As you're both raven-haired, presumably Megatron is going to become raven-haired.
Yeah. It's already going dark around the back.
I've not had any replies yet. I think Major Bite is floating around, it looks like. I sorted one of these out about an hour ago. Messaged him and the channel. Must be a lot of work to keep on top of this. What we're going to do, nobody shows up. Or nobody notices for a bit. Expect my opponent's there, banging his head on the table. Good, wonder where Zunk is. I'm here.